Hello, I'm Jennifer with the Job Foundation. This is a very low quality video. I just want to talk to you today a little bit about boundaries as it relates to the mentoring relationship with the Job Foundation. Sometimes people are not sure exactly what to do or what not to do, and one of the things that we advise you to think about are in terms of boundaries. What belongs to you, what is within your sphere of influence, what you're supposed to do, and what you're not supposed to do. So we want to clarify to you that your primary purpose in being a mentor is to build a relationship and to mentoring and tutor the child that you were matched with. Now, you may have thoughts and feelings regarding their parents, their relatives, their brothers, their sisters, other people like that, but that is not your primary goal. So what you own and what you're responsible for is helping that child. Sometimes there will be other matters that you would like to have communicated or whatever. You can always run those by staff and we can go from there. Sometimes information may come to you about a child, such as from the teacher or from someone else in the community who knows the child. And it may be positive information or it may be negative information. We have to be really careful about expressing negative information, especially, of course. But you wonder, should I pass this information along? Should I go to the parent? Should I say, well, the teacher said this, or somebody said that? And there we get kind of sketchy. If the teacher has something she wants to say to your child's parent, then she needs to communicate that, he or she needs to communicate that to the parent. If someone else in the community were to say something, again, they have something to say, they need to say it directly to the child or their parents. So in general, we would say we do not pass that information along. Again, anytime you do have questions, feel free to run things through Job Foundation staff. Sometimes you may feel that there's a solution to some of the problems your child's dealing with. Maybe you have a student you're working with who is having a hard time focusing, keeping their attention, or maybe they even seem to have a rash or something that needs medical attention. There, again, we have to be real careful about what is it that we are responsible for, what's that box that we are supposed to be dealing with, and what is outside of that. So in general, I have learned over the years that parents in general don't feel very good about an outside adult mentioning a possible solution to a problem with outside of the ear of their parents. Some exceptions to that maybe don't apply. I mean, so if the child is running around being unruly or being disrespectful to others, most parents don't seem to mind if you step up and say, hey, I don't think that was very nice to say. But if you use an overly shaming tone, you know, why did you do this? And don't you know you need to do this? And now, do you think that was really good idea? That type of tone of voice doesn't seem to be very appropriate. You are not their parent, and the parent generally will feel you're supering or taking their place, and you're doing something that's really their role to do. So again, that'd be outside the boundaries. When it comes to mentioning possible solutions that have a medical or a mental health field, most certainly I would say that that is not your role as the mentor to go to the child with. If you really knew the parent well, you might, out of the earshot of the child, talk to the parent. If you have any questions on this, you could go back to Job Foundation staff. A child that is not doing well at school and is therefore not earning very much money is put on watch in the Job Foundation. And that means that we will go back to the parents and we'll say, hey, we noticed their grades were really down. We're wondering what you think that's caused by, and also wondering what your plan is. The vast majority of time when we do that, we find that parents have already been thinking about what might be causing that, and they've already started to take action. So be assured of that. Now, of course, if there's a medical emergency, we want you to get them to the hospital. We want you to call 911 when you need to. We want you to do those things. But in general, again, we're talking about boundaries, what's yours and what's not. Again, boundaries will also include, for instance, you may show up at a child's home and their neighbors or extended family, they want to come on the visit and do things with you as well. That's not within the realm of what we've been assigned to do, is not those other people, so we cannot take them with us. We don't know their medical conditions, we don't know their parents, we don't know a ton of things, so we cannot do that. I'm sure that there are many other cases in which you may wonder where the lines of appropriate boundaries are. So feel free to email those to me or to Susan, or to give me a call. My phone number is 319-464-2389. Email is jennifer@thejobfoundation.org. Thank you for everything you do. You are incredibly important. You are changing the lives of really, really important young people, and they are thankful for you. So are we. Take care.